The Nagaland Indigenous Peoples Forum on February 17 organized a symposium on the India-Myanmar border issue under the theme Reconsidering FMR removal and border fencing. The symposium saw the participation of activists, academicians, intellectuals, members of political parties and representatives from various tribal and frontal organizations from across Northeast who voiced their concern regarding the recent decision of the Government of India to end the free movement regime and fencing of the India-Myanmar border. The participating organizations included the Kuki Inpi Manipur, Reunification Organization, Mizoram, Kuki Inpi Nagaland, Indigenous peoples of Mung-Dun-Chun-Kham, Assam, Manipur Naga Youth Organization, Nagaland GB Federation and several others. Political parties whose members also took part included Rising People's Party, NDPP and NPF. The symposium adopted a written resolution drafted by the members of the core committee opposing the scrapping of free movement regime and the proposed border fencing. The resolution will be sent to the Prime Minister of India.
The Centre and the advocates of FMR have time and again said that scrapping down FMR will bring down illegal trade along the border. Do you think scrapping of FMR will have an effect on this? Illegal drugs and other things, will it be stopped by this?
It won't happen, nothing. Everything will be all the same because this FMR is there, it is removed, or border fencing is done or not done. It will be all the same because this is a business. Especially this Burma, as we all know, it is, what should I say, from Golden Triangle, everything comes up. So they cannot say that one fix. So they better keep things normal like before. Let them not remove the FMR. Let them not go for border fencing. So it's better that they keep things normal. Unnecessary expenditure will be there for the central government. So they better don't do anything. Let them consult us. Let them consult the indigenous people in our own states. Say like Nagaland, Mizoram, let them consult us. Without consulting the indigenous people, what they have done is really wrong. Really wrong.
So on the issue of drugs and illegal trade, so it will not have that much of an impact.
Yeah. You don't have it. It will be all the same, and the business will be more profitable for the drugs peddler. So it will more be, they are giving another good chance for a better business for the drug peddlers, drug business people.
Are you guys considering writing to the UN to alert them of this situation in this regard, sir?
See, we are Indian citizens first, right? So we are presenting a case to the Prime Minister of the country because scrapping FMR is against the very interest of India itself, right? How can you be a 5 trillion economy if you don't, have free movement of people and goods, right? So we'll first write to the Prime Minister and we'll appeal to the higher angels and then try to appeal to the reasoning. And they will tell them how FMR is beneficial to the the economy of the country and how it aligns with the Act East policy. And if they don't listen, obviously it is against whatever human rights principles and even against the indigenous people's rights. So the UN would be an obvious conclusion, right? So that would be the second step. But as of now, we're approaching the Prime Minister and there's a memorandum that we sent to the Prime Minister. I hope better sense prevail. And then this is basically, India shooting itself in the foot. And that is something we all have come together and a bigger voice so that India would wake up, and that it's a blunder India would commit in terms of its economic goals and also in terms of its long-term vision in terms of foreign policy. So we're here to stop or to open the eyes of the powers that be that this is a wrong policy, because the earlier policy that they have set in place is in alignment with the human rights of the people living in those border areas and also the international lines, and also it is good for Indian economy, right? And also it aligns with the basic no UN human rights principles, right? You can't separate a family just because they happen to live in the international borderline, right? That's how we see it. So yes, we'll first approach the government of India. Obviously, if they don't listen, then the UN or people's movement would be the obvious choice.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to EastMojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.